Hello everyone, this is Teripper, and today we're playing Chivalry, Medieval Warfare. I don't know what else we'd be doing. I mean, I could go clean out the toilets, but that'd be boring, and I don't think anyone wants to watch me do that on the interwebs. And today, in Chivalry, I'm going to be teaching you fantastic people how to do a reverse overhead maneuver. Now, this maneuver is often called the rainbow, and aptly so, mostly because you make a rainbow with your sword, essentially. And if none of you have heard of this tactic, none of you have seen it, you probably have at some point, you just don't know it was called that. I will show it to you as soon as I'm in a duel. The weapon I'm going to be showing you guys the reverse overhead with, first is going to be the Longsword, which I think is the best weapon to reverse overhead with, because it's the longest knight sword. It is the longest knight sword, right? 60? Yes. Longest knight sword. One of the longest knight weapons. In fact, I think it is the longest. And it's got a decent wind-up time, so it's good for that sort of half-drag you get. Oh, perfect. Half-drag you get out of the weapons with dragging. What are you doing, son? Okay. This is one fault of the reverse overhead. The fact that it does not do very well against quick enemies. I just went totally normal against him. I didn't overhead yet. Sorry. I'll do it next round, even at the expense of my own life. I should probably show it to you. Oh, I can show it to you in third person. Okay. So I'm going to go in third person. This is the best way to show it to you guys, probably. So to reverse overhead, the best way to do it, you crouch, you look back. This is what it looks like in first person. Crouch, you look back, and you overhead. As you can see, the blade takes a path that makes it that makes the attack time a lot faster than a normal overhead. Oh, hit him. There you go. All right. I probably should show you guys a hit with a reverse overhead in third person, but I think you guys, those who don't know what it is, know what it is now. It is basically crouching, looking as far back as you can, and then overheading. What that does, it creates a rainbow of sorts with your sword. Alright, let's try this on Gatsu. Oop. You have to make sure to turn around. That's the most effective way to do it. And you just might hit them on the backswing. Whoop. If you heard that, he blocked the other strike, the overhead I did. Ooh. And you got to be careful to aim properly. Aiming is very difficult with the reverse overhead if you don't have a good idea of your surroundings, because you have to aim it perfectly, since when you're overheading, you have a very limited attack range, so to speak. It's only directly behind you. So I'm going to try that again. And if you don't think you're going to hit them with the first part of the overhead, like I just did, then try to hit him with the other end. Let me try that now. Oh, you see? I angled it towards him on the back end of the swing. Oh, hey, hit. Ooh, okay. Let's try to kill this guy with the reverse overhead now. Now, the reverse overhead, metric fuck ton of damage because it does an overhead, and it also has a very high chance of hitting the enemy's head, which is their highest damage hitbox region. Oh. I'm going to show you guys Vanguard reverse overheading in a moment. I just wanted to end his face. You know what? While we're at it, next reverse overhead weapon. This is going to be kind of odd. For the first minute or so, I showed you guys how to reverse overhead, right? And hopefully I explained that well enough. But now I'm going to be showing you guys different weapons with reverse overheading. I wouldn't recommend Sword of War with it. It's a lot shorter. 3% shorter. It's a bit shorter than the Longsword, but the speed of it kind of makes it odd to reverse overhead. That is not a good idea. Now, the Messer is a fantastic reverse overhead weapon due to its length and speed. Oh, you see, I got him. But you have to be aware. Oh! I'm sorry, that was a pretty epic dodge. What the hell do you think you're doing? I think I think he just wanted to get that last bit of health off of me. But, whatever, I'll let him have it. I'll show you guys the Messer overhead now, well, after this life. And I might even show you the Maul, the weapon he's carrying, the Maul reverse overhead, because it's extremely effective when used properly. Oop. So the basis of the reverse overhead, as you can see, is to hit the enemy with as fast of an attack as possible. And by reverse overheading, you're literally starting the weapon's tracer right at their feet if you aim it properly. So it can hit them almost instantaneously, and it's really good for just quick kills. If you use it properly. It's a very mechanical move, and it's very difficult to master. It took me a very long time to get this move down. And I still am just rather a novice at it, at the move in general. Oh, nutsack. Okay. Shitballs. Good kill, Shiitake. So, yeah, it's a very difficult move to master, but once you master it, you have essentially reached the epitome of Chivalry skill. No, I don't want to do them all yet. So that was some Messer work. The Messer's slower, so it's a bit better to do the hit them once on the way up and hit them once on the way down. If you turn fast enough, you can actually do that. Now the poleaxe, which is the thing I'm using, at least I think that's what it's called. And you got to be careful, because sometimes you think they're in my peripheral vision, therefore I'm aiming at them. Nope. You have to get them in a position where they're not moving backwards actively. Yeah, and you can't be afraid to make yourself vulnerable. You see, I'm a bit cowardly in that respect, because if you aren't able to turn around all the way, then you can't actually get the hit on them with the reverse overhead. So, let's go aggressive now. You see, if you're just a degree off, throws the whole plan off. You're gonna... Well, that was... Okay. Can you not, sir? Another reason why the longsword is also really good is because it's so long that it allows you to have a little bit of buffer room between you and the enemy. That you don't have to worry about when reverse overheading. Okay. Come on. Come on, take it in the ass. Take it. You bastard. God damn it. Okay. I'm tired of this brick. Let's break his face. And then we're going to pick a really long weapon. Oh. And you don't... Right now, I'm using this move very liberally, but only because I'm trying to teach you guys. In a normal duel, it would be a finisher. It would not be something you would use very frequently. You see, it's taken me this damn long to finish this damn duel. Okay, and the poleaxe is damn slow, so whatever. Bearded axe is okay. It's just not long enough to really make an impact. The bearded axe is, so I'm not gonna deal with that. However, the Vanguard can reverse overhead like a mother, and I'm gonna show you guys its actual legitimate use. I'm not gonna use it until later in the game, later in the this duel. Okay, there was no later. That's dandy. I could have used it right there. I probably should have. All right, let's try it against player 2486. Okay, so the basic idea of usage of the reverse overhead, you want to get them to a point where they're on their last legs, and where you can get a decent strike in without worrying too much about dying yourself. And fuck me, God, I keep forgetting. This weapon's too damaging. Okay. So I'm gonna hit him once, and then I'm gonna use the reverse overhead. I just realized, yeah, Man-at-Arms is 2-hit kill with this weapon. But this weapon, the Greatsword, it's fantastic for reverse overheading, and I will show you why. Okay, I poked him. Now my next attack is gonna be reverse overhead. He blocked it. So what that means is you want to give it a good old-fashioned pumpernickel bread. No, you want to... Come on, get your shit together, bro. Keep hitting his shield. And that's the thing about reverse overheads. It does not work well against shield users because they can just keep it up. But that's what the kick's for. There you go. You see, it's a great finisher, right? Just so you guys can see a dandy comparison. The Zweihander, I don't think I mentioned this in my Zweihander tactics. The Zweihander is epic for reverse overheads if you can land it because it deals so much damage. So get over here, enemy. We're going to try that. And as you saw, you can just kick them and then do a reverse overhead, and that's a pretty damn good way to put out a shit ton of damage. That should have been an insta-kill. No. Okay. Okay. Whoa there. And this is another... Actually, all of the Vanguard's weapons, just about all of them, can be rainbowed in such a way where you can hit them twice if you rotate enough. But what you saw, great thing you can chain with the reverse overhead is it's a fantastic thing to combo. And if you fought any high-level players, you'll probably notice a lot of them doing something like this. Reverse overhead into super-duper combo blender thing. It's called the blender colloquially, but it's just a string of combos. All right, got a stab in. Gonna reverse overhead. That, you see, vulnerability. You gotta be willing to make yourself vulnerable. Or else you're not gonna be able to use the move. Now onto the Claymore. The Claymore is just straight up fun to reverse overhead. This is actually where the term blender normally comes from, when Vanguards are just pulling out Claymores and acting like they melt. I'll have none of it. Don't kill me. I'm just trying to... No! Fuck. Damn it. I keep forgetting. Yeah, hopefully you won't actually forget to forget to reverse overhead, like I'm doing. Oh shit, Jonas is about to win. Well, that blows. Hopefully I can show you them all in my next life if I get there. But right now, we're going to show you the Claymore, then we're going to do that. Now, the reason I'm not showing you Man-at-Arms is because I have found it does not have nearly the level of efficiency in terms of reverse overheads that the Vanguard and Knight weapons have. You see? It's so good to combo with because they're scared. You're flipping around, you're doing all this weird shit, and then you add a combo to that, and it just breaks everything up. If they are a competent blocker, and if you are, like, using the reverse overhead a lot, then they'll catch on, and they'll probably be able to defend against it. That's why you want to reserve the reverse overhead as a finishing move. Because it deals a ton of damage, and if they don't see you do it before they're about to die, then they'll normally fall for it. Fuck nuggets. Waiting for duels to finish. Oh well. I'm planning on doing a Maul tactics anyway. I'll probably show you guys that Maul reverse overhead at some point. There are some people that are like gods at reverse overheading the Maul. Pills here. Some of you might have fought him. His name is Pills here. It's awesome. I'm pretty addicted to his pills. He's an awesome guy. And he is a veritable god with the Maul reverse overheading. If you see him in a lobby, just watch his fight style, but stay away from him. Okay, what more is there to say? Man-at-Arms. I love the Man-at-Arms. He's my main class. But I do not reverse overhead because the Man-at-Arms is a class built on speed. And if you can't see your enemy, you can't use your speed and react to his moves. And reverse overheading relies on the extra health that a Vanguard and the Knight has. The Knight is especially good for reverse overheading because he can deal with a poke or two that he takes when he's trying to reverse overhead and he gets interrupted. So I would really only recommend reverse overheading or rainbowing for Vanguards and Knights. If you're an adventurous Man-at-Arms, then go for it. Like the Morningstar, long-ass weapon. Danax, long-ass weapon. You can probably reverse overhead with these. I wouldn't recommend it because it takes away your speed and makes you rely on your health. I hope I taught you fantastic people something about reverse overheading. I know it's a very convoluted tactic. I don't use it often. That's why I was a little bit jittery with it today. But if I taught you something about it, then please like, favorite, subscribe, comment. I beg of you. I love feedback. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you have any questions, I will be sure to answer them. And let me just finish this up with a reverse overhead head taking. Or not. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go, actually. Okay. Quick. Quick. Think of something quick. Okay. You know what? You know what, sir? I don't like you. Okay. That was a bit of a prolonged outro. Okay, I didn't get to reverse head take with the maul. It's very, very difficult mechanically. Like, favorite, subscribe, comment. Love you guys. As always, have a good day. And I will see you kind people later.